a review of the Jimmy Choo Man Extreme fragrance. Let's dive straight in and talk about the fragrance notes and family. It's a fougere aromatic amber fragrance. In the top notes, there's red thyme and black pepper. In the heart, there's clary sage and geranium. And in the base, there is vetiver and tonka bean. Now let's smell it. I know from trying previous Jimmy Choo Man fragrances that they're typically quite fresh, aquatic scents. So I'm curious to smell this new one. Now, I'm going to assume it's going to be quite spicy. The bottle's a giveaway for that. Oh, it's still quite fresh. It's quite fresh. You can definitely tell it's a Jimmy Choo Man fragrance, but it has more warmth. It's cool and warm at the same time, but it still retains that freshness, that masculinity. It's still quite sophisticated and elegant, which we know Jimmy Choo Man fragrances tend to be, but that spiciness, it has a little bit more depth to it, and it's a bit warmer than the traditional Jimmy Choo Man that I've seen before. The type of person that's going to really like this fragrance is maybe someone who wants to move away from standard, typical aquatic fresh fragrances. Maybe you want to try something a little bit different. The subtle spiciness in this gives it a nice warmth, but it's still a fresh fragrance. So you're not running away from that too far. It has been compared to Dior Sauvage. Now, I'm not sure about that. Dior Sauvage is much more of a citrus fresh fragrance than this, but I can see where people are going with it. I personally think if you like elegant, sophisticated fragrances, you like a fresh fragrance, but maybe just want a twist on that, this is the perfect thing to look at. Let's talk about projection and longevity. In my opinion, this is the most long lasting. You'll definitely smell it on your skin after 6 hours, whereas the other ones I think were a little bit more fleeting. Projection, again, I would say that this has the best projection. The spiciness, the warmth really travels well in the room. When I tested it in the office, people way across the room, and we have a big open plan office, were asking what it is. So yeah, great longevity and great projection. The bottle is a little bit different to the rest of the range, but only in color. The design is the same, quite elegant and classic, but this time it's red, which is a nod to the spicy notes inside. Like I mentioned before, Jimmy Choo fragrances are quite sophisticated and timeless, and this fragrance really leans into a man's adventurous side. If you've tried Man Extreme, I would love to know what you think. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you agree with me? Fragrance is really subjective, so there's no right or wrong, but I would love to start a conversation in the comments about this fragrance.